6 floors and it's no Fugazi Corporation building. We got all the men, from low quality to the highest quality men. The only way you know it's on the other floor is if you choose to go up. If you choose not to accept floor 1, then you got to go up to the next floor. First floor is he has a job and he has a car. Are you staying at that floor or moving up?
Up.
Moving up a floor? Level 2? What about you?
Moving up.
Moving up? What about you?
I'm going up.
Going up. Level 2, he got a job, he got a car, he's charismatic, he's funny, he got a personality, and he's a good man.
I'm going up.
What about you?
I'm going up.
She going up. Now we got level 3.
I'm invested now.
He got a job, he got a car, he funny, he charismatic, he a good man. He also 6'4".
I'm going up.
You going up?
I'm going up too.
Going up?
4th floor is he got a job, he got a car, he charismatic, he's 6'4", but not only that, he got a 9-incher.
I'm going up.
Oh, what? Y'all going up again? We at the 5th floor now. He got a job, he got a car, he got a good personality, 6'4", the 9-incher. He's a good man. He makes $500,000 a year.
I'm going up.
You going up?
I'm gonna go up, I guess.
Okay, on the 6th floor, this man doesn't exist. This is just to show you that you are hypergamous and you're never satisfied. 6th floor doesn't exist. It's to show you that you're hypergamous and you're never satisfied, and the nature of a woman is the damnation of the woman.
Yeah, and it just was instant chemistry, but I wasn't really in that mind frame. And then we re-met again about 4 months later, and I was like, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. It wasn't that there was a moment that I decided I'm gonna let the world in on this. It was the moment that I decided, I see you. If this is what it is, love, if that's what it is, then at some point they're gonna figure it out. And he was like, yeah, and I was like, he's like, are you sure? I mean, he actually tried to encourage me to not be with him.
You know, Meagan Good has widely been considered by us, as black men especially, to be one of our most attractive women. This is something that, this is something that we stand on. This is something that we believe in. And it's something that we kind of, we put her in our top 10, sometime top 5. And when you go back to when she was younger, she was consistently top 5. But one thing we notice about women is when they hit the wall, they start to make drastic changes. When a woman gets to a certain point, she understands that there's adjustments she has to make to continue with the look that she wants to have. But here's the thing. She can never look as good as she did when she was younger. So as much as we may say Meagan Good is still beautiful, she's still attractive, she's nowhere near as attractive as she was when she was younger. And that's no knock on her. That's just the reality of what happens as a woman gets older. Hell, as we all get older. But it also affects her ability to attract the type of man that she used to. You know what I mean? And I think that's one of the main things that has put Meagan Good in the situation that she's in, where she has to pay everything for Jonathan Majors. Now, we may look at that and, say, well, she's just a good supporting wife and all of that. The man was convicted of assaulting his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, in April. Marvel dropped him. The man can't even find work. You understand me? So I'm going to be honest with you. We can say what we want to say. Yes, she's doing what a woman is supposed to do at her age. If this was 25-year-old Meagan Good, she is not finna pay nobody bills. Why? Because at that point, men pay her. She gets money from men. So she wouldn't even be dealing with Jonathan Majors at that point. Now, as far as Jonathan Majors goes, this is a phenomenal thing for him. He gets to, continue to live the lifestyle that he wants to live. And, that's what it is. So she's paying everything. She's paying even his child support, from for his daughter from a previous relationship. She's paying all of that. You understand? They got a dog, and it's a $75,000 training bill that came with the dog. And I want y'all to understand that there is nothing wrong with this from Jonathan Majors' perspective. There's nothing wrong with it from anybody's perspective. She seems like, she's doing what she has to do, but Meagan Good knows. She knows that if Jonathan Majors was at the top of his game, he would not be rocking with her the way he is. He's in need of the woman to help him navigate the situation he's in. And I say, as a man, if you got a woman in your life who won't do that, then what are you with that woman for? If a woman says, okay, when you lose the bag, then I'm not going to be around you, then she's only with you for the bag. At least Jonathan Majors knows that. But I promise you, this version of Meagan Good is only this version because she's 43 years old. If she was younger, believe me when I tell you, she would not be doing this. There's no way. She just wouldn't be doing it. And I'm going to be honest with you. She's really not in a position to do it because she's not going to make as much money as she made when she was younger or get as many roles as she did when she was younger. And, I say this, whatever you want to believe about it, you must understand that this woman is only doing this because she's older now. And she can't get nearly the type of men that she used to get. She's not ever going to be able to get it again. And maybe they'll stay together. Maybe, who knows? I just know that when a woman is in a situation where she has to be looking at the man that she has as her best option, her engagement with that man changes. And so even if you're dealing with a younger woman who hasn't hit the wall, I want y'all to understand that when you have a woman, you need to be sure that she is with you because she thinks she can't do any better. Like, you got to be her best option. If you're not her best option, then she's your worst choice. I promise you. And so he was going to make $20 million playing Kane, and he lost that. They dropped him following his conviction for putting his hands on his sex. Now, everybody jumped ship. Everybody left him alone except Meagan Good. And I'm going to be honest with you. She popped out with him and hung out with him and did all of that. You know why? Because she's hit that wall. She wants to have something consistent and permanent. So she's going all the way out and showing this man, I'll be there for you. I'll be that one. I'll be your wife. You remember she said that she wanted to be with him so she could change the narrative that all he dates is non-black women? She said this out of her own mouth. So she has an agenda. But here's the thing about having an agenda. Having an agenda and ulterior motives when you're dealing with someone is going to cost you. And it should cost you. And you got to think about this. Meagan Good ain't really balling like that. I mean, she's doing good. She has a net worth of $5 million. That's her estimated net worth. But I'm going to be honest with you. She's only, when a woman can't benefit a man in any way except with her body, and then she gets older and realizes that he can have better options as far as bodies go, then she starts to play ball a little bit more. And that's what you're seeing with Meagan Good. This doesn't make her a good woman. This makes her a woman who understands that her best chance at getting a man that she wants and likes is to make sure that she rides or dies for Jonathan Majors. And I'm going to be honest with you, being a ride or die chick is good. But I want y'all to comment in the comments below this video and let me know, do you want a 43-year-old ride or die chick? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about how desperate you must be to believe that a 43-year-old ride or die chick is the best thing you could do. And not just 43 years old. I'm talking about 43-year-old with the body count to represent 43 years old. It don't make no sense, man. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. We can say that she holding him down, but Jonathan Major he ain't had no business putting his hands on his broad in the first place. He wouldn't be dealing with this shit. He wouldn't have lost his Marvel contract. So we ain't worrying about what Meagan Good doing. We talking about what Jonathan Majors doing. How come Jonathan Majors end up having this situation anyway? Why? Because he can't keep his hands off his bra. So don't you understand that Meagan Good has a career, and what she's trying to do, she's trying to hold on to whatever she can hold on from the black male audience by showing herself to be supportive of this man. But when have you ever seen a woman stay with a man and stick with him through something like this? Unless they got a long history together. She actually rode with this man through a case that he was found he was convicted of putting his hands on his old lady. This is desperate, dog. She's desperate. And I'm just going to be honest with you. The reality of the scenario is, if this is what she feels like she has to do to keep the man that she wants, then I applaud her for doing whatever it takes. But by the same token, I think Jonathan Majors needs to ask himself, does this woman see him as some type of charity case? Because a woman who sees you as a charity case will never truly, truly respect you. She can't. It's not in her. Men lead from the front. And so I'm not saying a woman won't mess over a provider if he a sucker, but I'm saying if you're in a position of power, then that's a position of power. If a woman is paying your shit, boy, she got power over you. And we don't know what this man dealing with behind closed doors with this woman, because he needs her. He's relying on her. I'm talking about, he had U.S. Army ads. They pull those, and I'm just going to be honest, man. When you think about it, here's Jonathan Majors. Here's a guy. He's been convicted of putting his hands on one woman. He lost all his deals. Everything he was plugged into is gone. But we talking about an Americanized sister, man. You know good and well, man, this woman has an ulterior motive, because she ain't just holding him down for nothing. You know what I'm saying? She ain't just holding him down for nothing. And let's be honest with you. If not for Tyler Perry, then a lot of our wall banger black actresses, man, they wouldn't have no work. Taraji wouldn't have no work. Think about it. Meagan wouldn't have no work. And so shout out to Tyler Perry for giving these girls work. But she's kind of in the twilight of her career. She's 7 years from now, she'll be 50. 50 is old as far as being an actress goes. They start shifting you into other roles. As far as being an actor, Denzel can still act anything. Now, he can't play a young guy, but Denzel can play any role. Like any role, he can play it. You can cast him as anything. Will Smith, you can cast him as anything. Even the old guy, De Niro, man, they still cast these guys as gangsters, man. I'm talking about, you can still be cast, but as a woman who was booked because of your beauty before your talent, now when the beauty starts to wane and you can't be booked as something young, there's only so many grandma roles. And hell, and Tyler Perry takes some of those with the Muddill character. So I just want y'all to keep an eye on this, man, and just understand that just because a woman is doing these types of things, man, doesn't mean that she ain't treating that man like a fool, man, behind closed doors, because he is an emotionally fragile man just because of the fact, man, I won't even say obviously, the man been convicted of putting hands on his ex, man. We saw the video, man, where he would running down the street. Come on, bro. Let's not act like this is a man who is mentally disturbed and now he lost all that paper, man. Who know what that man going through over there, man? And for me, it's just something to be aware of, because you got to question a woman. You got to question a woman's sanity and her motives if she gonna ride or die with a man through a case where he's charged with putting hands on his ex and then stay with him anyway. Would you want your daughter to do that? Would you want your daughter to stay with a man who was accused of putting hands on his ex and is found guilty, is convicted of it? I wouldn't. So let's not act like she's doing a wonderful thing, man. This woman, she off her rocker. She ain't got them all, just like he ain't got them all. So let's just keep an eye on it, man, because with a net worth of $5 million, man, she needs to be a little bit more careful, man, because it ain't a lot of money to just be balling out on people with, especially somebody who may never have a career again. It's possible he won't have a career again, because it's not like he had taken over the industry and he was bankable like Will Smith. Yeah, Will Smith could go on stage, smack Chris Rock, wait a couple years, come back out, jump back off and do his thing. Why? Because Will Smith is bankable. Jonathan Majors hadn't proven himself to be bankable like that yet. You understand me? So we'll see how it goes, man. But y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. Like this video on your way out if you enjoyed the content. All right, I'm done with this one. Like this video on your way out if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. When you subscribe, click that notification bell. Make sure your notifications are on so you can be alerted to when I upload some more of this Prism of the Ism. And as always, Alpha's up, Beta's down. Peace.